When you're out here watching these YouTube videos, you deserve to know the truth of how everything really goes down. And sometimes it's you that goes down. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this channel, we ain't gonna share nothing but the truth out there. So stick around this video. You're gonna learn the ins and outs, the goods and bads of doing a large scale tree removal on a big wooded property. We're going to go over different cut styles, different wedges, some rope tying techniques, and yeah, I got a couple little tricks that you're going to want to stick around for. You can make these trees do a lot of crazy things, but then again, they outweigh us a lot, so they can do whatever they choose unless you got that process the way it needs to be. So today, you're going to learn as the boys learn, because I do a whole lot of teaching to them, and we're going to have it to where you can hear me do the teaching. Hopefully y'all will enjoy this amazing footage. We did get a lot accomplished today, and if you don't have time right now to watch a 40-minute video, put this on the save list, because it's definitely worth watching when you got that time to relax. Like I said, I'm teaching Dalton all these different little cut things. These are tiny trees in diameter, but they're awful tall, and they're all in woods. Special technique, but we're going to go over all the basics with him so he's understanding what's going on when you wedge and when that pressure comes down. See how it goes. You never know, guys. You just never know how the day's gonna go until you get into it. Rookies. Nah, I'm just playing. They really did work hard all day. Now let's see what we can do here with Dalton and the chainsaw.
Go straight down and as you go that way. You're strong enough to push it. It's little. Yeah. So you want to take it on this side, on this corner. Straight down. And then we're cutting down or you cut up? Cut up. Go under. Oh, feel like that. I think I'm pointing up now. Oh yeah, good morning. Do it. Start going. Alright? Okay. And you gotta let us pull it. Okay. Alright. I'll go slow. Alright. You're good? What's that? My tree cutting business. I'm gonna name it. Yeah, man. D's Walnuts. There you go. LLC. All right, so we're just gonna run it out same way. Just find a running spot. Straight that way. Yeah, last time, yeah. That's 1, 2, 3. You gotta feel the weight and know when to drop that shit. I'm good. You don't want it get to it all. I'm good. I didn't get hit. I'm good. I know. I was busy like.
A lot of you guys are sitting there thinking, I don't know, Randall. I don't think I have the patience to have 2 guys that I'm teaching step by step through this whole process on such a big, large-scale job. Hey, I get it, you know. Not everybody has the patience and the kind of shrug your shoulders when silly stuff happens attitude that I do, alright? But that comes from a long time of dealing with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that come and go on that large scale business that takes care of every single thing under the sun. Commercial, residential, snow plowing. Yeah, those companies I used to run, plenty of patience is needed. Or you just, you just call it a day at 9:30 in the morning. So look, if I sound like I'm condescending sometimes when I talk, that's just because I gotta talk like you don't know anything. I gotta explain it.
Slowly cut.
Look at these fools. Trying to get me to snowball, I'm not looking. They're way out of practice. Way out of practice. The other one, you saw him fall after that karma yesterday. Alright, so we rocked out that driveway and the wood line there. We're done with that. Now we're up in the backyard. We got this cove of trees here that we're getting ready to take down. All right. We may have to climb a couple of them to get a pull line on it, make them go the direction we need, because I don't want to hit any of the beehives. Boom. That are back here. So yeah, let's go up here and get some footage. My apologies for not saying hi this morning on the job site, but just kind of focused on what we were trying to accomplish. So, pair these trees. They're not big. It's about the biggest one we got. See how it goes. Like I said, they're not thick, but a few of them got some height to them, don't they? These tiny ones, there ain't nothing to them. Throw a little quick smallmouth Pac-Man wedge in them, just cut right through. If they need a little bit of assistance, if you just nudge them a little bit, they go. I'm not rocket scientists, but I tell you what, if you have a chainsaw with low horsepower, low RPMs, man, you're gonna suffer compared to having that high-powered, and more expensive chainsaw that just slices and dices right through it. That's why you'll see me with that Husqvarna 240 in my hands just about this entire job. I think I only pulled the Big Daddy saw out once coming up the driveway. I ain't pulled him back out since. Alright guys, look. We got a shed right here. Tree right there. I'll show you real quick a technique to drop a tree that's tangled up and you really don't want it to go down. You just want it to disconnect and stay up. Once it disconnects and stays up, you can grab it, pull it on out. All right, see if it works the way it's supposed to. Nothing always works the way it's supposed to every time, so we'll see if it works. It was worth the stop and a little show how. So you want to cut up and then cut down. And then it'll slide down the ground, pull it out. See if it works. Just like that, alright? Get rid of this. If you don't want to fall on it, so now that that's disconnected, we'll be able to pull the base that way and the top will go that way. That way the shed wasn't in danger of being a tree falling in any direction. It just stayed put like you saw. So that technique is really good when you have a forest around you and these trees are tall and they're not going to fall any certain way. It also comes in handy if you want to suicide tie off, lower a tree that has a second leader on it. You can just tie off the top of that tree with the lowering line to the connecting larger tree and just suicide cut it like that and lower the entire leader down with skill and precision. Nothing works all the time, but so far so good. That's the cut I was talking about. I know it as a suicide cut. Now, I missed all the footage of me climbing this big tree and putting the tie-off line in it. But hey, alright. Got the pull line up there. Now we do have 2 small limbs in that pine tree that are gonna try to stop the flow, but they're kind of small. So I think we'll be able to just pull through it and make it drop where we want it. See if it works. Always take the time to inspect your cuts 100%. Make sure you got all those tree fibers cut all the way through that need to be done. These trees are very, very powerful, extremely strong, and it doesn't take much of a uncut fiber or an unconnected wedge to make that tree twist and turn unexpectedly. This one falls. Look, I shake my head because I feel it. You feel it when it goes right. Yeah, it's a good feeling when that stuff happens the way you hope and plan for it all to go down. Well, that went well. Nice and easy. Now, even though this tree is not big and it's not really in any danger of rolling on somebody, I have had a huge, large poplar roll the wrong direction and almost crushed me in my earlier days. My crew saved me from getting rolled over like a steamroller going downhill. So I'm explaining to Dalton now the pressure points and what can happen when you cut that pressure point wrong. You got to get ready to jump out the way. So it gets a little loud here with the chainsaw going, but hey, turn the volume down when you need to. Now I'm gonna bust him out on this real quick because he makes a crucial mistake. Watch his feet. All this underbrush tangled up around him was not safe. He stands on this limb and he can lose balance at any time. That's a big no-no, boys. Don't do it. Clear your area as much as possible. Now look, I'm going to show him how it's going to happen. Ha ha ha. Whoop. Yes, sir. So once again, I just want to give a huge shout out to Husqvarna, because you'll see me use this Husqvarna 240, just slice and dice right through this stuff like it ain't nothing. And this is not a big, expensive saw. I got this from a local, I think it was a Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm not sure which one it was, but it wasn't a saw shop, and that ain't no special saw. But compared to that steel I got, the same size kind of model, big difference. Alright guys, this tree right here, we need to put a pull line up here, and then I'll come down and I'll top it right there. Well, maybe not quite that low, but either way, pull line top it, and then we can come back here and drop the rest of it. Reason being, I don't want this tree to hit the beehive fences, all right? And it'll reach it. So I don't want to repair fences. I'd rather just climb that thing real quick, pop a few limbs off, and all that danger's gone. So after reevaluating the situation here, I just did not really want to waste the time and effort and strength it takes to climb a tree and cut it halfway up in it. So we reevaluated, and I'm going to show you this special trick that you can make a tree twist the perfect way in the middle of its downfall. Just letting you know.
Has it actually been 10 minutes?
Yeah. 9 minutes film time.
Should be good. You want to pull it? Or should I get down first?
Are you out of the way?
Yeah, I'm pretty out of the way. I can get out of the way and work. Jesus. Please don't fail me now.
Yeah, you're good.
Good?
Yep.
Alright, can I use it to climb down?
No, you don't want to use that rope climb down.
Okay.
Just make sure you grab and hold it. Solid wood.
I got it. Yeah, I'm part of the generation that grew up doing this, guys.
Yeah, I know. We had y'all outside climbing trees your whole lives. With ropes involved too. But I will say, this is his first official climb on one of my job sites. He's getting big.
Good job. Good job. We're back.
Yep, we're back.
Need a drink now. Hit the rope.
All right.
The rope.
Woo! Look, I'm probably gonna take the wedge. All right, guys, look. This tree, as you can see, has a natural lean that wants to take it that way. Straightens out, but you can tell the way it's leaning. So I'm gonna try to put a cut notch at a slight angle like this, and then you'll see I take the wedge out and I'll slide it on this end, and when it falls down it'll hit the wedge that I'm going to stick in here, and it'll force it to come this way instead of that way. Once again, that's how it's supposed to work in theory. We'll have to put the camera up and see if it actually works when I do it. All right, let's get some footage of this wedge. Like I was telling you guys earlier, you always need to take the time needed to inspect your cuts and your wedges, your angles. Make sure it's the way it needs to be to get that tree to do what it's supposed to do for you. Now, you'll notice this wedge here that I put in here, not pretty at all, because I did not line it up correctly the first time. Doesn't mean the wedge is not fixable. Okay, once you look at the situation, you can figure out what needs to be whittled out correctly to fix that wedge. Don't slack on this. Make sure you do it the way it needs to be done. I raised it up there, slightly up, so it would actually disconnect. You'll see here, I'll slice into the side of the tree and disconnect all the fibers on that side. And you'll see why you don't want any fibers holding that side. See? Make sure you're going to cut in there and not have any fibers holding. That wedge fits right in there where you already made your cut. And I got some nice close-up footage. See what happens. You can actually see it spin and rotate and change directions of the way that tree was going to fall. I was taught this technique at the age of 26 up in Richmond, Virginia. Arbogast, the man.
Like a double knot action.
There's the fence over there, the beehive. There's where we dropped it. So there's the angle. That wedge was right here. So when the tree started going this way, it hit the wedge and went that way. Right. So that's how it is. This rope goes underneath that one.
Okay.
Right. Twist your wrist.
Mhm.
This goes over top of that rope. The rabbit comes out of the hole.
Okay.
Behind the tree. Take a piss. Back down the hole.
Jeez. Okay.
All right. Now that then comes to this, and then you have this the direction you want to be pulled,
Okay.
which is this way.
You see, we need a couple practice runs. So I'm about to do this first try, bro. Come on, man. I'll try to play you. Do this first try.
You're gonna climb over that too.
So this has to be like this. Okay. I take this. Take it, twist it like this. Or no, twist it this way, like this. And then twist it like this. Now it comes down.
Yep. Out of the hole.
Up. Around.
The tree.
Through. No?
Back in.
It goes on the top.
Behind the tree, then back in the hole.
What did I do? Oh, I went through this way, didn't I?
So it comes out of the hole.
Comes
Around
up
the tree.
and then down.
Goes back down in the hole.
I thought that's what I did.
Now pull that.
And then you pull here. Once that's tight, pull through here.
Pull that. And then you go to the tree.
And you set it, and then you pull it.
Pull it wherever the direction will be.
So I got that. Let me do it again. I did it like the first
And I'll
time.
show you another one.
Okay, hold up. Don't boggle my mind too much. Unless it's an easy one.
It is. So
Okay. Bring it. This one underneath here. Just getting the right amounts. And doing this with one hand not gonna be easy. Go like this. What you mean?
goes up out of the hole.
Okay.
Then
Oh yeah. Around it and above it. Like this. This one, this one. No. I just really that. But this is me over on this side. Doesn't matter.
Whichever way you're trying to pull the tree, that's where your tension is. Let's take this back.
Stick it there. Twice. 3 times.
There we go. I mean, you're not gonna, nothing's gonna make that shit do anything different.
Yeah. You got a cross exit in the front.
Those two tie techniques are just your basic techniques to rope stuff off and not have any knots with that extreme tension put on the knot itself to where you gotta wrestle it and it won't come undone. These trees have a lot of weight, a lot of force involved. If you don't learn these ropes and the techniques to tie them without having that pressure involved, you're gonna be cussing a lot and you're gonna be cutting ropes. Those ropes are expensive. Take the time to learn all your knots and all your ties. Now, I don't know exactly what those two techniques were called anymore. The first one was just a basic lasso. Alright? Just your basic kind of noose technique without all the crazy loops on top of it. On that one, the rabbit comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, the backside, and comes back down into the hole, and you cinch it tight. The second one was very simple. There was just a crisscross in the front, and then all those loopy loops keeps it all tight. So it's been quite a few years since I took down so many trees that are tall and thick, surrounded by other trees. And yeah, let's see if I still have the technique to keep doing it smoothly and successfully. I'm using the same technique here. After I wedge it out, you'll see me grab that wedge and stick it in there. That shed's extremely close to this whole area, and like I said before, the beehive is directly to my back downhill. So this wedge here that I stick in, it'll cause it to turn and twist away from that beehive that's downhill. Slice in those fibers on the side again, and just hope that the tree responds to your instructions given to it by the chainsaw. One of that hold bite, that hold mark right there, that's what's holding the tree up at the very end. I wanted that furthest away from here, so it turned out pretty good. And this is where I had my wedge sitting, so when the leverage was coming towards us, it would hit that and then go that way. Worked out pretty good. So being a tree guy in the past, with my own bucket truck, my own chipper, dump truck, you name it, I had it. I am not a big fan of ladders, alright? I am not naive in the dangers and death that ladders and chainsaws cause every year. So trust me, I don't take chances, I don't risk it. I make sure it's stuck on there, nice and firm. My spikes I used to have, them awesome things got pawned in one year when I didn't have any money to eat. I never had a reason to replace them yet. I did find some at the pawn shop for $70. Brand new, they're $280 for some tree climbing spikes. And that doesn't even include the soft squishy pads that you really do need to add on for that extra comfort. Climbing trees with spikes on your legs, it'll dig in and you'll know it the next day. Definitely worth the investment. If you're gonna start climbing trees, get fully trained and get the proper equipment. 100% spend that money on the equipment, boys.
What a great drop. Bro, we were like navigating it because we were like this and we were like, oh fuck no. Yeah, I navigated with my saw as we go around. Yeah, because we were like, damn, why isn't this shit letting up?
Dalton wanted to do the honors on this big bad boy and get it tied off, since he had a little bit of knot tying lessons going on. Alright, Ian will move the ladder back over here out of the way. You ready to drop and chop the last one?
I'm feeling the hunger.
I know. Yeah, dude, tree climbing wears you out. It really does. So as the last tree is taken down and the mission is accomplished for the day, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this video out, guys. And more importantly, join our community that we're building here. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Join the community and be strong in your freedom in life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you go back to that last video I posted, first day on this job. You'll get those vibes. Come on.
Is this a miscut by Randall himself?
Nah, I went up. I came down at an angle. That's where I marked it. Wait, look. If you mark it here, you mark it there. And then I looked at it and I was like, well, I want to go at an angle up. So I knew I had to come up above that and come down to it. Whatever. Remember, this community is built on y'all and your life stories. I've already received my first life story on email. Make sure you send yours in. All right, guys. It's almost 5 o'clock. Got a lot accomplished today. Whole lot of trees got taken out. Look at this real quick. Yeah, it was a little bit of work, as you saw, but did we enjoy that footage? All that hard work? Yeah, we got a lot done. Dalton did learn some rope tying techniques, and as you saw, he got to climb his first couple trees. Get those pull lines up there. Yeah, good stuff. Worked as a team the whole way through. Good communication. Everybody was safe. And bottom line, that's what matters. Safe. We all go home together to our families. Come out the next day, do some more damage. Y'all be good. Peace.